Good evening, one and all. Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the International Webinar Series on Holistic Health, Well-being and Sustainable Development 2022-2023, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 75 years of independence, United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030, as part of awareness and campaigns and India's G20 presidency in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India, Sri Research Institute, Center for Art, Sciences and Wellbeing. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः.
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's sessions. This week is commemorated as National Mental Health Awareness Week in US. Mental health is still a taboo topic in many countries and communities. People who are mentally ill are not necessarily crazy, which is a general misconception. At least 1 in 4 people in dire need of the mental health checkups around the world. So this provides an opportunity for the whole of the world to focus on achieving good mental health. The Mental Health Foundation in the UK started with event 21 years ago, a couple of years down the line. World Mental Health was observed for the first time on October 10, 1992. It was started as an annual activity of the World Federation for Mental Health by the then Deputy Secretary General Richard Hunter. The day is officially commemorated every year on October 10th. In the beginning, National Mental Health Awareness Week had no specific theme. It aims were quite general in terms of promoting mental health advocacy and educating the public on relevant mental health issues. But after a few years, a theme was allocated to every mental health awareness week. The event has grown to become one of the biggest awareness campaigns. Mental Health Awareness Week is open to each individual. It is all about starting conversations about mental health and the things in our daily lives that can affect our sanity. The week is also a chance to talk about any respect or aspect of mental health that people want to, regardless of the theme. Mental health is also considered a big taboo in many of the underdeveloped or developing countries. However, in Western countries, this is not the case, and since the 1950s, mental health has gained more prominence in Western society. People are much more open to talking about it. Hopefully, soon enough, it will spread to the rest of the world. So, Mental Health Awareness Week is established to increase awareness in 1990, and Mental Health Day is observed for the first time on October 10th, 1992. Mental Health Awareness Week starts setting a theme for every year in 1994, and Pan American Health Organization offers help by arranging translation of planning kit material every year since 1990. Approximately 1 in 4 people in the world suffer from mental health problems each year. Mental Health Awareness Week aims to get people talking about their mental health and reduce the stigma that stops people from asking for help. Anxiety disorders, including panic disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, and phobias, depression, bipolar disorder, and other mood disorders, eating disorders, personality disorders, post-traumatic stress disorder, and psychotic disorders, including schizophrenia. Borderline personality disorder has historically been viewed as the most difficult to treat among all the mental health problems. So you can start talking to your friends and relatives. You don't have to openly talk about mental illness, but you just slide it in the conversation and listen to their spouses. You can understand whether or not they need mental health support. If you feel so, then guide them on how to get professional help. And mental health is a really tricky subject, and therefore it's very important to learn more about it, advising your friends and relatives on it. Try to read as many articles, books on the subject so that you have better understanding of mental illness before you talk about it to others. You can take time off work during this week and visit your therapist. Your therapist can assess your situation better and let you know whether you personally need any help or not. Also, they can give you professional and sound advice, which will help you when you are talking or advising to your friends and relatives about your mental health. There are various causes of mental health. Your genes and family history, family lineage have an important role to play in your mental stability. Life experiences such as stress or history of abuse, especially if it has happened in childhood, can have a negative impact on your mental health. Chemical imbalances in the brain can cause a lot of mental tension, leading to trauma and illness. A mother's exposure to the virus or toxic chemicals while she is pregnant can also affect the mental health of her baby. If you don't have a lot of friends and prefer staying isolated, then and feel lonely to all the time, you are more likely to slip into depression, which can lead to further mental illness. Mental health So mental health is serious. The social stigma attached to the mental illness can cause someone to remain ill for a prolonged period, which can lead to more serious conditions. This week helps people begin an open dialogue and break the stigma. Mental health is something that needs immediate attention. It can get serious very fast, especially when people are affected deeply by a specific incident in their lives. It could push someone over the edge towards suicide. This awareness week helps people understand that it's okay to talk about mental health and there's no shame in asking for help. A very insignificant thing for one person can be a very aggravating thing for another. So mental health differs from person to person, and there is no concrete way of defining it. Thus, Mental Health Awareness Week is necessary to help people become aware of their mental suffering and also make others around them aware of it too, so that they can get help. Today is also a donate a day wages to the charity day. In US, to show kindness to the less privileged society and to donate to charity organizations across the world. Today is commemorated as International Day of Argania, of the argan tree by UNESCO in 2021. It is celebrated in hopes of broadening people's knowledge of argan trees and raising awareness of their environmental importance to the world. Argan trees are trees located in the southwestern region of Morocco. These plants can overcome a great amount of heat and dryness and can live up to 200 years. Their height vary between 26 and 33 feet, and the circumference can reach 230 feet. Argan trees have lots of branches from which hang argan fruit. The fruit surrounds the seeds that contain a lot of oil. This oil is used in the beauty industry as a base for many moisturizers. Because of its economical advantages, a lot of farmers and cattle ranchers have been found around the Arganian region exploiting the argan trees to make firewood and overfeeding goats and camels with the argan fruit. These exploited trees were never replanted, and UNESCO declared an environmental crisis, which led to the creation of the Arganeria Biosphere Reserve. This area is under jurisdiction of UNESCO. The same organization has posted know-how on dealing with argan oil production and other practices related to the argan tree. Since then, the region has thrived and locals have been able to produce quality products from the sustainable argan tree business. In 2021, UNESCO announced the creation of International Day of Arganian to be observed every year on May 10th to promote and secure development of argan trees in Morocco. So UNESCO defines the southwest region of Morocco where the argan trees grow as a biosphere reserve in 1998. Argan practices and know-how concerning the argan tree is inscribed on the representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity at UNESCO in 2014. The UN and many countries adopt the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. In 2015, the first International Day of Argania was set on May 10th in 2021 as the International Day of Argania to be celebrated annually. Argania oil comes from the fruit of the argan tree, which mainly grows in Morocco. Argan trees grow in semi-deserts where it doesn't rain a lot in the southwestern region of Morocco near the Saharan desert. The argan fruit is very firm and thick and it looks like a kind of apple. Argan trees are estimated to have grown on Earth around 80 million ago, and they're one of the ancient species. Farmers and cattle ranchers have been known to exploit argan trees to use as firewood and feed camels and goats, but never plant any other trees back. And argan oil is used by local women to counter the dryness in their skin caused by Morocco heat. Tourists visit the Argan region every year to watch goats jumping on the tree branches to try and get a bite of argan fruit. Argan trees can reach up to 33 feet in height. It is so important to raise awareness of how much our planet needs. It plants and animals. We should always stay on the lookout for environmental and sustainable actions. When else would we get chance to talk about argan trees? This day is important because it allows us to focus on this great planet. It's easy for us to feel disconnected from the people around us, but whenever we get together for such an honorable cause, we feel just a little bit happier. Today is also commemorated as Mother Ocean Day. In the United States, 3/4 of the earth is covered by ocean, and it is in the ocean the first organic life started. Rain, oxygen, climate, food, salt, other minerals, etc. are the example of gifts that we regularly get from the ocean. In short, life on earth would not be possible without the blessings of the ocean. The ocean can also show its violent nature when needed. We are celebrating the day to appreciate these gifts that we receive. However, have you ever wondered what the earth would be like without oceans? How would life be? Or would there even be life? Scientists are not sure how water came to Earth, but they know it has been around for 4 billion years. The oceans have seen it all. The formation of continents, the day of creation, volcano rage, tectonic plate battles, the split of continents, reptile revolution, evolution, extinction events, mammalian conquest, and human blunders and legends. It is one of the oldest things on the earth. It was therefore there before humans came, and it will be there long after our time, after human beings become extinct. So the ocean is also an enigma that refuses to share its inner workings. We explored higher percentages of cosmic bodies than we explored the depths of the ocean. The ocean is source of most of the oxygen that we breathe and the rain we get. Without the ocean, the climate as we know it today would not exist. Most of the human history can be easily understood by understanding the sea routes we took in the past. Our explorations through the vast oceans increased our willpower and our drive to create and innovate. The ocean is also home to largest ecosystem on Earth. With 1/4 of all life calling it home, Mother Ocean Day is a day dedicated to appreciating the importance of the oceans on our planet. The day was founded by the South Florida Kayak Fishing Club. The ocean has about 343 kiloton gallons of water in it and more. The Pacific Ocean is the deepest ocean on the earth. Ocean can also get freeze, but at lower temperatures, fresh water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, whereas the seawater freezes at about 28.4 degrees Fahrenheit. So today is the best way to go for a swim in the ocean, only if you know how to swim. Otherwise, enjoy yourself on the beach. Let your body feel the ocean and adventure it offers. Once you had your fun, you will notice all the trash on the beach. Now arrange a campaign to clean the beach and get rid of all the plastic waste that is scattered. Install signboards imploring people not to litter there. The next stage is to explore the depths. Yet again, please don't do this alone. Prioritize safety over adventure. Explore the depths as much as you can under the guidance. Light can only penetrate 330 feet under the sea water, and hence most of the ocean is always dark with eternal darkness. The deepest canyon, Zemchuk Canyon under the Bering Sea, is the deepest canyon on Earth, and it's 2,500 feet deeper than the Grand Canyon. Water coming out of the hydrothermal vents can be up to 750 degrees Fahrenheit. These are the hot vents. The mid-oceanic ridge is the longest mountain range on Earth and is 40,390 miles long, the longest mountain range. The expanse of the Pacific Ocean is 12,300 miles across, which is 5 times larger than the diameter of the moon and wider than the moon. So the day highlights how important the ocean is for sustaining life, and it is a perfect day to teach the next generation about the importance of the ocean to life on Earth. We are polluting the ocean every day, and we are threatening the oceanic ecosystem. We must protect the precious oceans and stop polluting that we are causing. And without the oceans, there would not be life as we know today. Our climate resources depend on the health of the ocean. Today is also commemorated as World Orienteering Day, as set by the International Orienteering Foundation, IOF in short, falls on the first day of World Orienteering Week, usually after the World Orienteering Championships. And this day is celebrated to raise awareness of the orienteering among young people and encourage participants and orienteering activities in schools. Orienteering as a task has been in existence since the 19th century, and the IOF established this day in 2006 to increase the visibility and accessibility of the sport. Orienteering is not most commonly talked about sport, and the majority of us can admit never even hearing about it before. It could become as a shock that you may have caught glimpses of it in popular TV shows like Survivor or Amazing Race. Simply put, orienteering refers to any sport that requires navigational skills while moving at a speed in unfamiliar terrain, using a map and compass for guidance. Participation in the sport can be individual or in the groups, depending on the rules of the game. The most popular form of the sport is foot orienteering. However, several other forms of it have come into existence, like mountain orienteering, sky orienteering, and even bike orienteering. This world-renowned sport found its humble beginnings in the military. Orienteering was first used at the Swedish Military Academy, Karlberg, in 1886 to describe the crossing of unknown land with the aid of a map and compass. It slowly grew from a military training activity to the competitive sport for the military and civilians, and the invention of inexpensive compasses in the 1930s skyrocketed the popularity of the sport. After World War, the sport spread across the Europe to Asia, North America, and Oceania. By the late 1900s, 10th European nations and their representing orienteering organizations came together to form the International Orienteering Federation Day. Since then, IOF has founded many other orienteering federations, enabling the development of the national and world championships. The Federation established World Orienteering Day in 2016 to increase awareness of the sport among young adults, increase the number of participants, and help school teachers implement the sport in a fun way by providing maps, orienteering exercises, and equipment. In 2022, International Orienteering Foundation has organized the World Orienteering Championships in partnership with Nokian Tires in Denmark. The competition was set from June 29 to July 3rd. As mentioned earlier, World Orienteering Day kicks off World Orienteering Week. The latter event is organized annually by the IFO, and which are coincidentally the dates of first ever World Orienteering Week in 2022. So the World Orienteering Championships used to held every 2 years from its inception in 1996 up until 2003. Now the event is organized every year with the format of the championship altering every 2 years, even years hosting sprint formats, and odd years hosting forest format events. So on this day, several orienteering organizations across the world partner with IOF to sponsor a variety of events across different locations. You can visit the IOF website to see the list of events happening through this week and pick an event of your choice that aligns with your skill set and experience. Sign up with the friends and family. Enjoy the day. Register for an event in related clubs, societies, and organizations. And if you are a school teacher or administrator or principal, you can register your school on the site and have an event organized for your people sometime within this week. Since 1966, there has been efforts to make orienteering an Olympic sport. But as of today, it is still not yet been added to the Olympics. The International Orienteering flag is a diagonally divided flag with colors white at the top half and orange at the bottom half. Although the main elements of orienteering are navigation and tactical thinking, knowing how to spirit is a successful skill set to have. Despite the previous hesitation, the International Olympic Committee put sky orienteering under consideration in 2005. But by 2006, the committee decided not to include any new sports. Surveys have shown that ability to keep calm under pressure is a winning key factor in the sport. Any form of physical activity is one we should all be eager to get on board with sporting holidays. And all activities centered this day raises awareness for the particular activity of orienteering. Orienteering can be an individual sport, but it is more fun when it is done in groups. Most events organized for the day are group-based events. This gives us a great opportunity to meet and mingle with new people as well as bond with them in a unique competitive way. Orienteering involves learning several new skills such as map and compass reading. This single sport allows us to learn other important skills so that what not to love about world orienteering. Today is also commemorated as World Lupus Day. It is designed to help us and acknowledge the seemingly random symptoms that are debilitating chronic autoimmune disease. Lupus remains a complex condition that is still widely misunderstood by the public and even medical professionals. A lupus diagnosis can be quite difficult as the symptoms often mimic other diseases. The predominant symptom is a facial rash that typically looks like the unfolding wings of a butterfly spread across the cheeks. So Lupus Canada established World Lupus Day in 2004 to promote awareness about the little known disorder that can have a tragic impact on the individuals who suffer as well as their families. It was organized by the lupus organizations from 13 nations who urged their authorities to increase research funding, improve patient services, collect more incidence rates, and raise awareness. The purpose of Lupus Day is to draw attention to the impact that lupus has on individuals all around the globe. The annual observance emphasizes the need for enhanced care and health services, increased research in the area, the treatment for lupus, earlier care and management of lupus, and better global epidemiological data on lupus. So lupus causes the immune system to overreact, producing antibodies that attack healthy cells, resulting in pain, inflammation, and damage to the body. Although lupus can be life-threatening, there is no known cure at this time. Unfortunately, the vast majority of the people are unaware of the lupus, frequently mistaking it for arthritis, a far less deadly illness. Many people are unaware that lupus exists until they are or someone they know is diagnosed with it. This is the issue with the World Lupus Day was created to address. Lupus is a disease that weakens the immune system. Normally, the immune system generates antibodies to keep the body healthy from these invaders. Lupus causes the body to produce autoantibodies, which utterly destroy healthy cells. These autoantibodies cause irritation, pain, and tissue injury throughout the body. Lupus, wolf in Latin, is named after signature rash, which is said to resemble a wolf's bite. In 1200s, the first published illustrations of lupus erythematosus are included in the von Hebra's text Atlas of Skin Diseases in 1856. The first reports of the usefulness of quinine in the treatment of lupus are recorded in 1894, and World Lupus Day is founded by Lupus Canada to spread awareness about the disease in 2004. Lupus is most likely caused by a combination of your genetics and your environment, and you can help to raise awareness by hosting a World Lupus Day coffee morning on May 10th. According to the Social Security Administration, severe lupus symptoms might hinder you from getting gainful employment or working full-time, making it a disability. So the color purple is associated with the World Lupus Day. People can show their support wearing purple clothing or purchasing special wristbands that can help us to solve the cruel mystery. You can also go to the World Lupus Day literature and agree to help the medical community and politicians pay more attention to the plight of those affected by lupus. And nobody knows what causes lupus, but doctors to understand that symptoms appear when your immune system isn't working properly. Women of reproductive age between 15 and 44 are often diagnosed, but the disease is not limited to young adults. People of African descent are more likely to develop lupus, and the disease impacts different populations differently. So race is also a risk factor and can be diagnosed at any age. At this time, there is no cure for lupus. Scientists are not yet discovered any cure for lupus. Over 1.5 million in the US are affected by lupus, according to the Lupus Foundation of America. The goal of World Lupus Day is to raise awareness and inform people about lupus. Early detection can be improved with information that can potentially save lives. Lupus has no cure. World Lupus Day brings people together and demonstrates to the sufferers that they are not alone in the battle. Lupus needs to be thoroughly researched to find a cause and a cure so that it can be treated more effectively. More research will be helpfully aid the early detection and better treatment plans. Today is also commemorated as World Facilities Management Day. To celebrate the contributions of individuals working in facilities management, ensuring the safety and comfort of an environment. Without their contributions, we can't imagine what the conditions of offices or hospitals would be like. Thanks to them, the mechanical, electrical services are maintained, cleaning is taken care of, and the security is on alert. The purpose of the day is to appreciate and recognize the people involved in facilities management. It was initiated by Global FM and observed on August 28, 2009. The exact date of the day has reportedly changed over the years, and it was celebrated on the fourth Thursday. Regardless of the aim of World Facilities Management Day stays the same, to recognize, appreciate, and celebrate the contributions of individuals working in facilities management. Facilities management aims at providing fundamental support to the business operations of the organization and is needed in almost all the environments, from offices, hospitals, care homes, educational establishments, to logistics centers, hotels, and arenas. Facilities management is essential for ensuring the safety and comfort of a work environment. If a workplace is well managed, people will be encouraged to be more productive and enthusiastic about their work. In contrast, if a workplace is poorly managed, then employees won't be encouraged to do their best at the work. There are two categories of facilities management: hard FM and soft FM. Hard FM relates to the physical materials of the building, such as mechanical and electrical maintenance, fabric maintenance, plumbing, and air conditioning. Soft FM is about people and organization, including hospitality, catering, cleaning, and human resources. Both require good teamwork. If a facilities manager can work well at the integrating people, place, process, and technology, as defined by the International Organization for Standardization, ISO, the built environment will surely be safe, comfortable, and functional. So the Henry Ross Perot coins the term facilities management in 1960s. The National Facility Management, NFMA, is established in 1980. The NFMA expands to form the International Facility Management Association in 1982. On May 17, 2006, Global FM, a federation of facilities management associations, is established in 2006. Global FM observes World Facilities Management Day on August 28 in 2009. The role of facility manager first emerged in the 1970s, which entails maintaining and increasing the efficiency of the workplace. So the skills you need to be a facility manager include customer service, business management, administration, and knowledge of economics and accounting. Facility optimization is the ability to optimize resource use so that equipment building and operational performance can be improved. If you know people who are involved in facilities management, It's time to give them recognition for their contribution to keeping the built environment safe and comfortable. It will mean something to them. If you are a person working in facilities management, ask your marketing team to raise your profile across the company. It's one way to appreciate yourself for the all work you have done. And tell others about World Facilities Management Day to let more people recognize what people in facilities management have provided. Let them know what a positive impact on the built environment we can all experience because of their contribution. Facility managers are responsible for creating a planned maintenance schedule to minimize breakdowns. Facility managers must ensure that the facility is well protected. Security can't be compromised. Facility managers are expected to be determined to take on the right methods to create sustainable facility environment, ensuring the laws and regulations are up to date and that all the legal requirements are met, and some of the other responsibilities of facility managers. Facility managers have to stay up to date regarding the trends and technologies in facilities management. So the purpose of this World Facilities Management Day is to appreciate, recognize, and celebrate the services provided by the people working in facilities management. Recognition of one's work can be a motivation. Facilities management will ensure that the built environment is safe and comfortable, and safety and comfort are what we all need. When a facility manager can work well at integrating people and in other aspects, the built environment will surely be safe, comfortable, and functional. It will result in the employees being more productive. Apart from that, we have various commemorations like National Golf Day in United States and National Lipid Day in US, which is across the world, people suffering from dyslipidemia. It is a rare condition in which an abnormal increase in the number of lipids like cholesterol or the fat in the blood occurs. People all walks of life can help in working towards creating awareness about dyslipidemia. You can partake by volunteering for the events and letting people know about do's and don'ts of the disease. It is more prevalent in Asian Indians as compared to the white Caucasians in the US. So Kunjan Singh and Sanjay Suri created National Lipid Day on behalf of Zydus Cadila to spread awareness about the disease called dyslipidemia. In April 2015, May 10th was chosen as a day on which National Lipid Day is observed annually. The history of dyslipidemia goes way back to early 1990s. It is a risk factor for the development of atherosclerotic cardiovascular diseases. This includes coronary artery disease, cerebrovascular disease, and peripheral artery disease. Although dyslipidemia is a risk factor for ASCVD, abnormal levels don't mean that lipid-lowering agents need to be started right away. Many other factors also need to be taken into consideration. Most developed countries suffer from dyslipidemias or hyperlipidemias, which means there is an elevation of lipids in the blood. Throughout the history of the disease, as we have seen, that is often caused due to person's diet and lifestyle. The first case of dyslipidemia is detected in the US in 1968. May 10th is proclaimed as National Lipid Day. In 2015, first recorded observation and awareness camps for better knowledge about dyslipidemia are established in 2018. An international event is organized by the Lipid Association of India in August 2021. Genetic factors cause primary dyslipidemia and it is inherited. Secondary dyslipidemia is caused by lifestyle factors or medical conditions that interfere with the blood lipid levels over time. Dyslipidemia is more than just bad cholesterol. It is also an excess of triglycerides, components of fats and oils in your blood. With the help of the stains or fibrates and a healthy lifestyle, you can usually manage dyslipidemia. The key is to keep tracking medications if they are effective and you aren't experiencing any side effects. Sometimes people reach their cholesterol targets and stop taking their statins. Many hospitals and health institutes organize checkup camps for dyslipidemias and hyperlipidemias on May 10th. You can contact nearby hospital and help organize awareness camp on National Lipid Day. Information on dyslipidemia and even hyperlipidemia is quite rare. Sure, it's available in medical books and journals, but not many have access to them. It would be very helpful if you can try to gain more knowledge about the disease, maybe from libraries or from doctors themselves, and then impart that knowledge to the general public on May 10th. On May 10th, doctors and medical staff try to spread the word by dyslipidemia through videos and articles, but they don't always reach a large audience as doctors and medical staff, in general, don't have a big following. You can help sharing these on social media with relevant hashtags and spreading their knowledge. So do at least 30 to 45 minutes of moderate exercise 5 days a week, brisk walk to avoid, prevent dyslipidemia. Modify your diet to include plenty of fresh fruits, vegetables, and whole grain cereals. Protein sources like legumes, nuts, and seeds should be eaten. Reduce your dietary intake like low-fat milk, cheese, and yogurts. And healthy fats such as avocados, olives, and nuts should be eaten every day. Dyslipidemia is a quite common disease, but to be fair, there is not much knowledge about it. So this day is important in drawing the attention of the youth and population in general to this disease to make people want to learn more about it and share about knowledge with their friends and peers. Dyslipidemia affects your blood and can cause your blood to thicken and in turn goes to the heart, and when blood is too thick to pass through the arteries, it can create blockage. Which can cause a heart attack. Knowledge about disease can prevent this from occurring. Dyslipidemia needs urgent treatment if detected. If you are suffering from dyslipidemia, you can have a cardiac arrest at any time and anywhere. It is better to know ways to prevent the disease from happening, and also, if it happens, what to do next. It's always good to be prepared and is a great way to start increasing the knowledge on your subject. And apart from these commemorations, we have National Night Shift Workers Day in US to appreciate the efforts of those working at night or third shift to make sure the production or service does not stop running. And today is also commemorated a National School Nurse Day in US. We come together as a nation to honor the field of school nursing. The event honors the daily efforts of the school nurses to ensure all students' well-being, safety, and academic ability. Today is also commemorated as National Small Business Day in US to appreciate the individuals with big ideas and the drive to make them come true, and has always thrived on the idea of entrepreneurship, the land of dreams and opportunities where anything is possible. And today is also Occupational Safety and Health Professionals Day in US, a day to recognize the dedication and efforts of health and safety professionals. who protect the people and work environment from the damage and hazards. Of course, industrial jobs are obviously example where a dedicated occupational safety and health professional is needed. When we work with heavy machinery that can move at high speed, disaster is always a step away, and it's always better safe than sorry. A safety failure is not something that will affect a single individual, but the entire plant or the area where the factory is situated. Hence, a better generation of safety and health professionals are trained and ready for any situation that may arise. However, safety remains a collective responsibility. All employees are part of a greater mission of the health and safety. Today is also commemorated as Root Canal Appreciation Day. Is an opportunity to raise awareness and dispel misconceptions that people may have about root canals. And root canals are often perceived in a negative light. Medical experts consider it to be a restorative process with helpful results. During the procedure, patients are given anesthetics to numb the pain and can resume their normal routines within a day of getting the procedure done. And we have also other commemoration today as Trust Your Institution Day. The main objective is to encourage people to take control of their lives by making a decision and following through on it. It is celebrated by being courageous and taking risks. It also inspires learning something new about yourself along the way. For many years, experts dismissed institution and saw it as a pseudoscience. Studies have since progressed and established institution as a vital part of human brain functions. And this celebration is a reminder to put the power to good use in our daily lives. So with this, we shall stop the commemorations and we'll move on to today's session. We have with us Mr. Nagaraj H, who is presently working as Deputy Bank Manager in State Bank of India, Bangalore main branch in Karnataka. And he is also Assistant Governor for Rotary Club International and also member of Rotary Club Abilities, which is exclusively dedicated for the disabilities, persons with disabilities. So we welcome you, Nagaraj. He is also visually challenged, but he has successfully overcome, and he is also a professional social worker, and is doing a lot of social service activities and also an environment activist. He engages in a lot of environmental activities like tree plantation and various other activities. So we welcome you, Nagarajji, to unmute yourself and start your video and present your topic, social work intervention with disability. Over to you.
Good evening, everybody. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. So today I will be presenting with all of you about social work intervention with persons with disabilities, and it is one of the famous and lengthiest topic, but still I will try to shortcut it. But you kindly stop me whenever the time gets over, because it's a huge topic too, and I try to cover as much as possible. And today I'm just we had a election in Karnataka, and for the persons with disabilities, we had a voting system wherein Braille we had numbers, Braille we had all the information. We casted our vote today to the right person, and even we got one opportunity before that, that is vote from home also for senior citizens who are aged above 80 years, and persons with disabilities got this opportunity. So, but some of them utilized that, and some of them wanted to experience direct voting because we can get an opportunity to meet lots of people. So now I will be going to my topic, that is social work
Nagaraj,
intervention with
and
persons with disabilities. When you say working with an disabled persons is a rewarding and a new innovative thing which involves the supporting of the persons with disability to lead a full, more independent and a sustainable life, and take up the give them the responsibility, give them the education, employment, training facilities, and other opportunities, because they are the contributors in the community, and we have to develop their physical, mental, social life, and they have a unique role to play in the life. Lot of challenges are there in the day-to-day life, so that as a social workers we have to work with the individuals, groups, with the families, and we should depend with them, and we should provide when you say the persons with disabilities, there are a lot of words such as handicapped, impaired persons, and they have a specific severities. So that is why social work is very much relevant to practice in the field of disabilities. When you say role of social work as a relevance, the field of disability, not much work has been done. So we need to focus much work, especially in India and outside, to the society needs to take the initiative. Especially, we should develop a friendship. We should develop a satisfying job to them, comfortable life, good income they need, good recreation facility, good family life, and more than anything, comfortable housing. So unfortunately, every person is not getting this facility because of this social attitude, which is different, and unhealthy stems, stigma attached everywhere. And the families with disabilities have also not participating much. So that is why we need to create awareness. We need to have a patience. We need to work with them in a such a way by understanding who is a disabled person, what type of characteristics are there, what responsibilities they have, what are the responsibilities does family have, what are the responsibilities does government have, what are the rights, duties they have got. Everything you need to know about the persons with disabilities. You need to educate, you need to empower them, you need to give them a comfortable life. Then only they will be able to lead a good and a sustainable life. So when you say the models which social workers practice with the persons with disabilities is very different. That is, they are called as marginalized sections. We have to put a lot of efforts, especially with the family members, with the NGOs, with the caregivers, with the others, and bring the person with disabilities into mainstream of the society. One. Second thing is, earlier models were only the charity models, and so many disabled became the beggars, and they were, roaming around the streets, and some of them are learning good music and chanting the music here and there. So like this. But social work, as a profession, we have to do the problem solving process. We need to do the change management. We need to utilize the resources, which are variety of resources which are available for them. We need to use our techniques, skills, and a lot of activities which disabled persons are need to be given, and we call it as a holistic micro approach, and from there we need to do macro approach. So disabled individuals and the environment, we need to involve, link the disabled persons to their environment. We need to give the adjustment to their family life. The aim of social work is to work with a partnership to provide social work, social service to the individual, to the family members, to the staff members in the agency, and to develop, identify their needs, provide the practical and emotional support, and empower with the service users and their family members, and enhance their family life to the quality life, especially. So the social work basic practice intervention on the persons with disabilities is a systematic body of evidence and practical knowledge. The primary area of social work, especially, is therapeutic. So earlier model we call it as therapeutic. That is medical model we call, because when doctors see that the person is disability, so the doctor will certify in a therapeutic way that this person is a person with disability, and this much of percentage of disability is there. Nowadays, we need to provide them the medical or a disability certificate. Along with that, now there is one more card called UDID card, that is Universal Identification Card is there. So if every disabled person get this card, then only all the facilities they will get, and some of them will get a pension facilities. So that is why we need to do casework as a method, and meditation one of the other aspect. Counseling is one of the important thing. Group work we have to do. We have to do crisis intervention. We have to do family therapy, and we need to do focus brief therapy. That is bereavement therapy. In the sense, when any death happens in the family, disabled person is dependent on that family member. When that person is lost, disabled person is alone. You have to give them a confidence, the therapy. The communication is very, very important. Especially I am a person with blindness. So I need a communication by touching my hand and explaining the things like that. A lot of things social worker has to do. It's a very important. You have to understand the problem, accept the person with disability. Many person are not accepting. Should make them to accept that. So that is why. So disability and the family members, whoever is there, we should work with both of them, and we should make a domestically and internally, externally, whatever is required for them, all the facilities we need to provide. We need to practice in such a way, and it's a very good practice. When you say group work or community development, it's a quick practice. So group of disabled persons are there, lot of programs you have to conduct, and in the community organization, you have to conduct a camp, you need to identify disabled persons, you need to do the research, because a lot of research is not done about disabilities. Other topics everybody will take, disability very few will take. And advocacy, we should fight for their rights. We need to implement policies. In Karnataka government itself, there are 99 departments in government, but only 33 departments identified jobs. Another 65 departments, 66 departments, they have not identified jobs. We need to play advocacy role. We need to go with the code. We need to do RTI filing, and we need to talk to the government authorities, and we should tell them this job they can perform, you should provide the job, like that. We need to create awareness. We have to sensitize the people, so they themselves, example, today if I go to election booth, I go, so they don't know even the disabled person can also vote. So they thought that they are dependent on others. So this independence has to come, means, so as a social worker, we have to play a very key role in the development of the person with disability. We need to stop the discrimination. We need to provide the legislation and policies. There are two legislations are there for disabled persons. One is Persons with Disability Act 1995, and the latest act is Rights of Persons with Disability Act 2016. So all these acts we have to provide, and we have to support the person with disability. We have to develop the thing. Prevention of disabilities is a very, very important, especially prevention of blindness by providing vitamin A food items, and nutrition, immunization in the pregnant mothers is very important. That social worker has to work with other doctors and everybody. So along with that, social workers should work with the family members to realize the social inclusion of community living and employment of the family, supporting the person, rehabilitation of the person. So that is why we have to understand the theories of social work. One is psychosocial theory, then medical model theory. So like this, lot of fields you have a practice of disability area, which need a much focus, much attention. which is influenced with the values and philosophy of independent living movement. So we should make disabled person immobile to movement. That means you have to give one walking stick. You should make him move. You should teach him how to move from one place to other place, from rural area to urban area. You have to shift the practice from creation of clients dependent to independent. So service model is very, very important. As a professional social workers, we should work with a partnership. So that is why we should secure the disability rights. We should secure equal opportunities to them. We should secure protection of their rights. We should make them to participate in all the fields. That is why. So when you say meaning of disability and social work, so it's a dominant area. So social workers work with the person with disability to give social service, to give medical model, which views disability as a functional limitation. That is pathology in individual, problem, dysfunctional in deviance, and the authority emphasized the individuals as charity, giving whatever you are having. That is a medical model. So after that, right-based model has come. That is, we have to do the movements. A lot of movements have come. For example, for Disability Act to come, we have protested in the parliament or outside the parliament for about 30-40 days to get our problem to solve in 1995. That is why Disability Act has been passed. So this way, we have to make them understand the things, because functional limitation is loss is there. So a lot of things which is needed more attention from the public. So this is not big way it is happening. We have to make it to happen in a very big way. So this way, so when you view comes about the disabilities, the strategy or therapy is a treatment based. So whether many people ask me whether your eye can be operated, whether your eye will get back. No, it is not possible. The person who lost his eyes in the birth, he cannot get his eyes because nerve system is not there. And you should understand like this in details. So that is why disability is a natural disadvantage. It's a suffering. It is individuals coping with the situation is very, very challenging. And social situation you have to understand as a disability view. And when you say linking the socio-cultural, political, economic value is very important. So when you say as an individual, the needs of the persons with disability need to be met. For example, in rural areas, you cannot meet all the issues, but in urban areas, a lot of issues can be met. You have to address their issues. You should address their grievance. You should address their problems. So then only you will be able to solve the mental, physical, social, cultural, all the problems, whatever is there. So you should go to their shoes. So empathy, instead of sympathy, we should show empathy. So then only you can change the person's attitude. Then only you can recognize their rights. Then only you can respect them. Then only you can accept them as they are. So they are the targeted group. So when you say social work intervention, we have to understand that the second model, first one is a medical model, that is a charity based. Second one is an ecological model. Ecological model means you are protecting your nature like that. You have to protect your disabled person. For example, your brother or sister is a person with disability. You have to give equal rights. For example, if you are going to vote, even you should make the person also to vote. If you are going to come, angadi, that is shop, should take him also to go to shop. Let him also do shopping. Then the third model is psychosocial model. That is a perspective of importance of disability. So psychological problem, social problem, economic problem, income issue, this stigma attached. So all these things you have to understand, and you should create social structure. You have to create awareness. You have to create awareness in the society. And for example, when I am going by walking by using my stick, everybody will see and everybody will say, "Go friend, go friend." Nobody will take them and help them to cross the road. You all should take the responsibility to determine their positions and help them to cross their roads, and give them good environment. like everybody, he should also lead a good life. Every day you are seeing a person with disability walking, you should drop him, or you should you should show him the path to go to the correct model. Then only the person can reach to his destination. You should give him proper accommodation. You should give him inclusion. You should give him the disabled person's way of life. You should involve with them. You should then the third model has come, right based model. Right based model means it's nothing but doing movements, doing initiatives, doing struggles. Everybody is an activist. You know, a lot of advocates, a lot of activists, they all came, and from charity model, social work is a right-based model. Then the last model in the social work is empowerment model. That is improving their strength, improving their resilience, improving their abilities, improving their situation, empower the disabled person to bring them into mainstream of the society. So this is possible only through giving hand-holding, that is socio-economic empowerment, political empowerment, support, growth, relationship with them, and UN rights sustainability should be there for the person with disability. So when you say empowerment perspective, it encourages social milieu, work towards the development of disabled persons, upbringing, and improving their family life, improving the disabled persons by improving their standard of living, and remove their poverty, giving them job. So this is what the theory speaks, empowerment theory. So this way, whatever the effects they are having, you should bring them into mainstream of the society. You should give them education, you should give them health, you should give them cultural life, you should give them residential facility, you should give them, you should make them to as a taxpayers. We are all the taxpayers. So we should make them disadvantaged to advantaged. We should make them to unknown to known. You should make them underdeveloped to developed. So this way, a lot of things we are having in our hands, but we are not implementing. The problem with social workers is we are learning knowledge, but we are not practicing properly. So we need to practice in reality sense. Then only you can do the capacity building. You should use that knowledge. You should use the resources which are available, existing facilities for individuals, groups, communities, everything, and you should make them disabilities as abilities, strength. They are all having strength. You should make them to responsibilities, give them responsibilities, give them opportunities, give them growth, give them resources. So impairment to abilities. So this practice is very, very important for social workers. So this way, so as a social workers, instead of telling them he is a disabled person, ayo papa, he can't do, showing sympathy, you should show empathy. You should give directions. You should assess them. You should do planning. You should do the resilience model, that is upholding them, inherent model, that is give them strength, give them capacity, give them training, overcome their issues, and solve their problems. So nowadays, a lot of technologies have come. So many people doesn't know. For example, if I use this Zoom, it is a possibility for the person with disability. How? Because the technology is making them independent. So we should make them disabled heroes. So impairment to heroes, zero to hero. Everybody can become zero to hero only through their capacity, only through their monetary, that is money. If money is there, everything can happen. That is why you should accomplish. To get money, what you should do? You should give job. You should to get job, what you should do? You should give education. To get job, you should find out school. So this way, parents, children, family, society, everybody, we should have a good imagination, good life, and good structure. We should make them to achieve their livelihood. We should make them to develop their personality, empower and strength, and make them to advance the practice of social work. So this way, I want to teach you what are the roles does the social workers plays in the development of disabilities after I teach the activities. So this way, I want to tell you all that there are, you all study the Person with Disability Act in 2016, which is having 17 chapters and 103 sections. It speaks about health, education, social security, transformation. So all these things are there. You have to study that. Then only you can able to improve the facilities. So that is why, so disabled must be constructive. We should be linked with we should make them to perform their functions. We should stop the discrimination. We should give social system truly in a very big way, and we should accommodate the persons with the disability in the good environment. Positive development is very, very important. That is why social workers, we should promote disabled rights based. That is why I am asking all of you to do a lot of literatures you produce about disability, do a lot of research about disability, do a lot of policies about disability. This is an important topic which everybody should undertake in every field. For example, children with disability, when you take children, if you take women, you take women with disability. If you take environment, how you link with environment with disability. And if you take any topic, if you take, for example, if you take medical studies, how you treat the disabled persons in a medical way. So this analysis is very, very important in each and every field. So this way, the disabled persons lacks the emphasis on socio-political forces, and the reduction of disability is very, very important. It is possible from all of us, and we should tell that India is giving good facility for person with disability. So in Rotary, we have got three things, that is diversity, equity, and inclusion. DEI, we call it as. So this is, so give the diverse people are there. So transgender, disabled, women, so many diverse people are there. We should make them to come into one field. Equality only makes them everything. Then next is after diversity, equity, equality, social equality, political equality, economical equality. For example, I am a person with disability. Why can't I participate in political activity? Like I can contest in election? No. I can win election? No. This way, every field. If you are doctor, why can't I become doctor? If you are engineer, why I can't become an engineer? Right? So this way, this is equity. Then inclusion. So social work practice goes with inclusion. Inclusion means you are including. For example, if you are going to bus, you let him also go by bus. If you are going by flight, let him also go by flight. If you are going to 5-star hotel, let him also go by 5-star hotel. What is there? Like that. This is called inclusion. We're including them in every field, everywhere. If I am a lecturer, I should make him also lecturer, right? This way. So this is what I want to teach you now. The last topic, that is, what are the roles of social workers in field of disability? The first one is maximize the clients to involvement in exploring, expanding range of options and choices. That is, lot of options are there, lot of choices are there. We should give them all these choices and options, and we should explore them, and wherever they are suitable, give them. That is first role. Second, prepare clients to be more effective in dealing with professional bureaucrats and agencies which often do not understand or appreciate their needs and self determination. That means a lot of social workers are there, a lot of IAS officers are there. They should understand their effectiveness, and we should give them decision making. We should understand and we should appreciate whatever their strength, weakness, all these things, and accordingly we should encourage them to become a great personality. Then third one, that is, whenever you are having organizations where you should go to the organizations, so that you should organize the mobilities, motivate the person with disabilities, help them to empowerment the groups of persons with disabilities, and consider the policies, programs, services, schemes. Everything should be reached to them, everything should be available to them, and improve their situation and condition. This is very, very important. Lot of schemes are there, lot of programs are there, lot of policies are there, but they don't know. You have to create awareness about all this. I don't know my pension, how much I'm getting. I don't know I'm getting bus pass. I don't know where is the school for disability. You should show them. Then They can go and study. They don't know. So a lot of people, you should conduct job melas and you should recruit in all your departments in private companies the persons with disabilities job. You can do. And next one, social work basic intervention on systematic body of evidence based knowledge practice, and primary area of social work intervention is therapeutic work with different therapeutic methods can be used to understand, that is case work, group work, community organization, social welfare administration, research, social action, counseling, so crisis intervention, family therapy, and solution. So all these things should give solutions to the problems. That is a basic thing in the social work. So then next one, fourth one is preventive, promotive, curative, developmental, and rehabilitative. So this is very, very important. Prevention is better than cure. Before the problem arises, I have to go for some prevention. Promote awareness in everywhere, in hospitals, in schools, colleges. We should build good relationship and do. Developmental, you have to develop their capacity. For example, I don't have leg. Can you put leg to me? How can you put? Through plastic leg, calipers, wheelchairs, all these things are there. Lot of aids and appliances are there. You should provide, should give for them. Then next role is convince and create awareness to the family members, use the resources for them, involve the families, do the self-help groups for the disabled persons, and give them services. Basically, families are having negative attitude about the person with disability. I will give one example. In my family, my parents searched the school and admitted me. That is why I'm like this. There was one more person in my village who was actually, his parents said, I don't want to send my child to school because he should be with me only. So after that, he did not get education. Now he is begging and now he is roaming here and there and his drinking habit and all he learned. So why? Who is responsible? Family. Because of family only, this person is spoiled. So as a family member, we have to take care of the child. We have to give them good atmosphere, good environment, good education. When you put him in the school, definitely he will study, he will get life. So his life will be done. So report rating of disability, you have to do a lot. Then referral. To next one is referral listening to other relevant intervention and external services for resources. So that means there are school, you should refer them. There is hospital, you should refer them. There is rehabilitation center, you have to refer them. There is employment opportunity, you have to refer them. So like that, you have to do all this intervention. Listening, you have to check whether he is going to job. You should check whether he is utilizing the service. For example, I need a tabla for my music. Will you provide? You should search who is sponsoring. You should search the sponsors and you have to provide this resource to him so that he will learn tabla and he will become a good musician and he will remember you. The next one, maintaining the communication, networking, and relevant services you have to provide. You have to communicate with him. You have to communicate with agencies. You have to communicate with government department. For example, I am going to government department and asking for job. Why you are not provided? So networking is with the NGOs and foreign companies is very, very important. Then advocacy and empowerment. That means rights, fight for the rights of the persons with disabilities, and you play the justice you provide. And those disabled persons who got discrimination in the office, you should give them opportunity to lead life, and you can complain to the commissioner of persons with disability so that he will take action against the person who done injustice to him, violence of the rights, whatever has happened. You should empower the person in that way. The next one, protect and give welfare facility. So education, employment, all these welfare facilities, whatever is there, you should give them and empower the person with disability to access information and services around the environment, and you should give legislation, you should give benefits. So full benefits, full resources, full information, services, everything if you provide, you will be able to learn, you will be going. For example, if you tell there is a bank job, so what I will do, I will go and apply the job and I will write exam and I will get cleared and I will get interview, I will get clear, I will go to job and I will thank you. Thank you, social worker, you have given me job. I will thank you. So that is that kind of satisfaction we are having. Next one, organizing the accessing the residential family-based services. So many people doesn't go to the families. We should make them to integrate them to families, give them all the schemes, give them home support, give them all the services. And finally, facilitate the access to the outside facility. Like for example, some people wanted to go to the outside. They want to go to foreign. They want to perform their cultural activities, music, dance. A lot of talents are there with them. You should search the talents and you should make them to utilize the talents. So this way, social workers should other areas such as identify the gaps and give the provisions and develop the new services, new avenues, and encourage them, highlight them, give them equality, bring in the social policies, and change the attitude of the society, promote equal opportunities and non-discrimination. So we should not discriminate them, develop the maintenance of the best practices in the field of disability area, disability line. So we should become a great professionals by practicing the real practice. We should plan, organize activities. We should fight for their rights and develop them into a great citizens of this country. So with this, I think I'm going in a very big way because a lot of things are there here, around more than 50 pages. I don't want to dealt with all these things, but I think this much is enough, because too much if you go through, you'll feel boring also. But what I want to tell the people here is or outside is that whenever you meet these people with disability, you respect them, you see the needs, you be with families, treat them as their family members, talk to them. So many people, nobody's talking. So that's why we have to identify. You should give assistance, you should do goal setting, achieve the policies. So for example, if I'm participating everywhere as a person with disability, I will definitely feel very proud myself. You should make them to live very happy life. You should support them. You should make them independent. You should feel happy, arrange them all whatever is needed. So use your knowledge, skills, techniques, tools, principles, methods like casework, group work, community organization. So whatever is there, social action, everything is very, very important. So social work, casework, I've studied details, all the studies I've done when I was doing my MSW, 10 case studies I've written here. So group work also, whatever the activities I've done for the disabled persons, I've written everything. In the camps also, whatever I've done, in the social work administration, whatever I've done, everything we have got it with experience. So that is why experiences will teach you a lot of lessons. So this way, be a great professional of social worker. It's a good opportunity to work with person with disability. And I can assure you that all of you can do doctorate in disability area, can do PhDs, and you can bring smiles in the faces of disabled persons. With that, I thank Ravinder sir, Mary madam, and all of you who are here for giving me this opportunity. I think I'm meeting you all after a very long time because of my work busy schedule. So I'm very thankful for everybody. So any question, I'm ready to take. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Nagaraj, for a very detailed presentation, and you have covered very well. And it's the need of the hour, as new perspectives are developing today. Not only just we have different genders are also coming, like LGBTQI, and there are different communities that are coming up, and everyone has the struggle for their existence, for identity, and there are already existing populations who are definitely in need of certain facilities. So today is also fortunately a facility day management, where we are appreciating. So those facilities need to be provided, so that everyone gets an opportunity for equal participation, as you rightly said. So very well presented. So participants, if you have any queries, you can feel free to unmute yourself or raise your hand so that we can unmute. Feel free to interact.
Hello.
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 Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Nagraj sir, so nice to meet you. This is Sudeshna. We started our career.
Sudeshna madam, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
Yeah, good. So we are all workmates. We both were lecturers in Bangalore University.
Yeah, we started together, and then long time. It was such a pleasant surprise, I never knew that I will be hearing you. As a resource person, you have enlightened me. And so nice to see you after such a long time, seeing you all settled. Sir, very nice insight. Do give such, thought-provoking sessions on your domain where you are expert. So I will get in touch with you, sir. I will take your details from Ravindra, sir. We can catch up sometimes.
Sure, madam. Nice meeting you after very long time.
Really nice to see you. We started our career together. Rather, we used to travel and sit together in a room in Bangalore University. So long time. I think after decades we are speaking. So very
Really,
nice
madam.
hearing you, sir. Thank you so much.
In West Bengal.
Yeah, sir. I'm in Vishwabharati only, West Bengal. So please do come sometimes. We'll get in touch with each other. I'll take your details from Ravindra sir. Thank you.
We would love to hear from you some lectures.
Definitely, sir. We'll get in touch.
Thank you.
So nice. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good day.
Yeah, thank you, Nagaraj. Thank you, Dr. Sudeshna.
Thank you, sir, for giving the opportunity.
Yeah, this platform is for everyone, and everyone can utilize this because Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is for everyone, right? We all are celebrating together. So whoever gets an opportunity, we can utilize.
True.
Yeah, Mary, you can unmute yourself.
Good evening to all. I thank Dr. Ravindra sir and Sri Holistic Health Foundation for giving me the opportunity to voice out my opinion. Nagraj, you did an incredible job, and I noted down a lot of points on this social work intervention. Today's presentation is really mind-blowing. I didn't expect so much very different points you brought out. These points I have not heard. I'm only a little bit learned from you this session, especially this today's session about disability, because other fields means we hear in NIMANS or KIDVAI or anything, but disability we don't get a chance to learn. It's more of learning, and I heartily congratulate you. God bless you wherever you are, in Rotary or bank or anywhere. May God always be with you. Congratulations. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, Mary ji. Yeah, Kaur Zabi, you can unmute yourself.
Good evening, sir. Hello, sir. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. Hello, Naga, sir. Hello, Naga, sir.
Yes, madam. Thank you. I can hear you. Please. Go ahead.
Nice to hear you. You spoke very well. I come to know all the things that I was not aware about that, and all the things you are facing, and the way you have got the ability. I'm really happy, and I have learned a lot of things from you. I noted many things, and I go through your
Thank
experience.
you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations,
So
and God bless
any
you.
question is there, madam? Yes.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Very well.
Anything is there to ask specifically so that we can discuss?
I can ask, uh, what way I can help, suppose I see a younger child with such.
Sure. Definitely. In future. Sure. All the best for your career.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kaurji. Nagarajji, I think question there.
Yes, sir. You can go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
Any question is there? I'm ready to take up, sir.
Okay. How do you see today we are commemorating this Facilities Day? So how do you look at the facilities or, especially for disabilities?
Yeah.
How do you look at these avenues? Can you share your experience, Nagaraj?
Yeah. Basically, when I come across the person with disabilities in the current days, there are a lot of facilities, a lot of people who are utilizing this kind of services in a great extent. It's excellent. But one thing I'm seeing that the people who are losing the sight in the middle blindness, especially, they're struggling to get these things. For example, I am doing engineering and I lost my sight in the age of 30. I don't know what to do. I find it very difficult. So that is why immediately I should teach them the mobility. I should teach them the computers, how to use this software which we are using. We should teach them Braille, and we should teach them. We should be with them. If somebody hand holding or supporting, it definitely reaches them. And when the students' sake also, if I take, students are applying for scholarship, disability scholarship, and so many things. Hostels they're applying and they're getting the facility. Even for jobs also, lot of people are applying and many people are getting a lot of recruitments. So many changes are happening compared to previous days to today. But one thing I'm feeling is, especially this northeastern area and rural areas, still this is lagging. So we need to go to their areas and we should do a lot of community based rehabilitation work is very much required from all of us in every sector, not only disability, everybody, especially children, women, or whoever. So many places, a lot of injustice happens, but nobody tells, nobody raise their voice. If that happens, definitely when it reaches to the needy in a real sense, then only it will have some sense whatever we are doing. So this way, I think big awareness need to create, big sensitizations works have to happen. And this kind of seminars is very, very important. I think more number of people should participate in such kind of seminars, especially now we have 20, 30 means more than 100, 200 people participates means everybody will take it to their areas, their places, and they will implement in their areas. The change will happen. This way, I request lots of people you create and make more people to attend this kind of seminars. That is what is my suggestion.
Yeah, thank you, Nagarajji. It is very much required, to bring awareness, and we are also doing our best efforts. And as to make it accessible to everyone, affordable to everyone, that's why we kept this platform open and also free. Though we see many platforms, they are charging so much. Even those who are not qualified also, they are charging so much and conducting sessions. But, we have kept it open for everyone so that, there is no barrier or constraint that they need to pay and attend. And everything is free, including presentations or publication is also free. Because that should not hinder anyone to join the celebrations, because this is not just a celebration which I or you are doing. We all together are commemorating, and as a fraternity, not just, it's everyone's platform. As a fraternity, we are coming together and taking up this awareness program. So that's the reason We have kept everything open, and invitation is also open for everyone. Anyone can join. There is no restriction. Anyone can present. But in spite of that, some as per their convenience, feasibility, our friends keep joining. So, but information is being, shared on all the platforms. We are trying our best, but still, it depends on the participants again
Exactly.
and presenters. It's okay,
Thank you,
fine,
sir,
but
for the great work. It's a great initiative from your side. Thankful to you.
yeah. Anyway, I mean, thank you. But we are not focused on number of people attending. Even one person also, if he is able to make the difference, so that is more than what is required.
Yes.
So we always look at that side, because there are many people who don't even take an initiative, and there are many people who don't even join also. At least we have almost everyone, those who are very qualified, attending, at least because we are into academics, we are practicing. So at least if we get some 1 or 2 points also, we get many points. It doesn't mean that. Uh, but when we are getting also, being most of us are educators, practitioners, so we also share this information to others, our students, our scholars, in the community. So number is not always, a criteria, because we see governments are spending crores and crores of rupees, and so many people are employed to create awareness, but still you can see the impact is very less. Comparatively, see our efforts and how much we have been able to create. So we need to always, look at the positive side, the constructive side of it, where here, there is no burden, financial burden, or there is no constraint on anyone. And our platform also be ensured that, to keep all these biases and other things, we have kept this platform open, and also our platform doesn't accept any donations, any sponsorships, and any funding also from anyone. Because again, these things will come, like generally already a lot of NGOs we have seen, unfortunately, many lakhs and lakhs of NGOs were blacklisted in earlier governments, and a lot of abuse and misuse also happened.
Correct.
So we don't want that to happen, and we can manage, because we all are in the thing, and we are able to manage things. So that's why we have kept everything from the commercial aspects. We are very far away, and there is not even a 0.001% commercial aspect in this platform. That's why maybe if that commercial element was there, we could have seen lots of people coming in for some benefit. But this is entirely, but here also we are getting a lot of benefit, like we are providing opportunity. The very first thing is the opportunity that we can share our knowledge or insights. And, the entire proceedings will be available in the form of a recorded book, that is a book or journal based on the volume. So it will be soon available, after August. We'll start preparing. August mostly. By September, we'll be concluding this 2 years Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrations. Then we will start the pre-processing of the book. Then we'll contact all the presenters, authors, and we will invite their, publications if they have not yet published, or even as a presentation also. If they want to share their summary, they can send it half page or quarter page, where their details will also be published and they will be acknowledged. So, certain things will take time, not everyone, everything happens overnight, and it takes time also because not everything is recognized by everyone at it, unless and until it becomes popular, we have this common notion. We do not follow it. Once something becomes popular and once the efforts are recognized, everyone wants to be associated. We should not be so, carried away by all these elements. We need to continue our efforts sincerely and other things will follow. So we need not worry because this is not, the only thing we are doing. We are taking up all the activities. Along with that, it is as an individual social responsibility. We are taking up and inviting like-minded people. Whoever is interested, they are joining and they are presenting and they are attending. So that is fine,
Yeah. Good, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, everybody, for this wonderful opportunity once again.
Thank you, Nagaraj. We wish you all the success and look forward for more sessions in the future. And thank you, everyone, all the participants who have joined today, our friends, colleagues who have shared their observations, queries. We have raised a feedback form in the form of polls. We request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form before you leave the platform. And those who have not registered for today's webinar series, like every day we have series, but every day you need to register because every day we have a different certificate. So we are sharing the link in the chat box for registration, but feedback form is only available in the platform. So first fill up the feedback form and you can keep the registration form open. Otherwise, on the site also, the registration form is available and it is the same form every day for daily events. And whenever there are special events like conferences, symposiums, workshops, there will be different registration forms. All the forms you can get it on the website. Because of lot of events are happening, almost every day one event is happening. There is a lot of information available on the website. So we need to be a little bit conscious about that, and we need to look out for information because we cannot put everything on one page and that will take so much time. And so you need to, it is systematically organized. You can just go, spend some time, then you will find everything on the website. And as a policy, as we have mentioned, so the certificates will be updated once you meet the eligibility criteria. It is first you have to register, and for participants, you can participate. Minimum attendance is required. Then you need to provide feedback. And then automatically, entire process is automatically done by the system. So there is no manual intervention. System will automatically verify your registration data, and Zoom will automatically generate your attendance and also feedback report. And based on the comparison of 3 reports, the system will generate certificate and it will place the certificates. All are generated in Google Drive, and that Google Drive link will be updated on the website. From there, you can download your certificates, and every certificate is unique. It is uniquely identified by a serial number, unique serial number, so that can be verified. And for participants, for presenters, you need to register and you need to share your details, because in that form, there is no provision to provide certain details or files, because again, that is becoming due to technical limitations and various other limitations, we are not keeping that. So you need to send your photo and other details, files, because all, we need to prepare the proceedings. That is the reason we are asking, because tomorrow, it's after almost 2 years, what will happen, we don't remember, and we will not have a record. And again, if we send, you may not be remembering or at that time. So it is always better to follow the instructions so that we have all the details in our email, so that it is useful at that time, when we start the pre-processing for the publication. We will use all the details, and we will also, we are planning to come up with a very good publication where we will print, all those who have presented in the past 2 years. We are giving some space on each page, maybe depending on the size of book we are yet to finalize. So based on that, you will be getting your photo and basic details like your designation, your organization, where you are affiliated, and your topic, along with a brief summary. Apart from that, you can also share your testimonials or feedback, which can be shared in the public. Even that is also printed for each session. So you, based on your number of sessions, you can send it for each presentation, and all these details will be available on the website before we publish. The entire draft work will be available in a section on website. So you can also visit them and see if there are any changes required, or if you need to update your details, affiliations and all. You can place a request. We will send you a mail in some days, maybe after August. You'll receive a mail stating that format also. So what is the length that you can share the summary, or if you have a full presentation that has not been presented anywhere else, so you can get your full paper also published. And this publication will have either ISBN or ISSN, and it will be floated by an international publisher, a reputed publisher, so that you can also use it in your academics, and this will also be presented. And you can get a copy also. Both e-version will be available and printed copy will also be available. Both will have different ISBN numbers or ISSN numbers for ebook and printed book. So you can, ebook will be free for everyone. Printed book, you need to pay for the printing charges. That will let you know once the publisher gives us the final quote. You can either directly buy from the publisher, or we can also help you to procure. Only printed, that will be costing, because there are huge costs involved. For that, we want to whatever the cost is, on cost to cost basis, whatever the publisher is fixing, so that you can get hard copy if you want. Otherwise, soft copy will be available free. You can download it from website, or you can also get it through email also. Once that is over, we will send you a link through email. But for this, you need to complete the formalities. Like, you need to ensure that you are sharing all your details properly, because without adequate details, we'll be not able to prepare and present your work or your contribution. And this is not just only to presenters, but also all the participants who have joined every day or daily, on a daily basis or on a cumulative basis. We'll also list all the participants who have joined the entire series for over a period of 2 years. So you will be also acknowledged, and your contribution of your valuable time and resources will also be acknowledged in the proceedings book. And a separate book will be available for publications where all the papers will be published. So this is a very good opportunity for everyone, and we have just a few months left. So share it with your friends and whoever wants to present in the coming days. You can utilize this opportunity to make presentations and participate. So thank you everyone once again for joining us. See you all tomorrow at the same time. Take care. Good night. Feedback form has been raised in the form of polls. You can see the menu. There is an option, polls and quizzes. When you click on that, you can see active polls. Or you can log out and log in. Or if your Zoom app is old version, sometimes you might face issues. So you can update your Zoom client. Or if you are logging in from browser, again, there might be some limitations in the functionality. So always try to log in with the Zoom app installed with the latest version, whichever your device supports. You can try logging off and immediately log in.